That's just full stop. Because again, Eastern Conference run.
Out here.
Eastern Conference run. Nate McMillan, 5 PER. Correlation doesn't imply causation. But there's a lot of
and anyway, go on.
But that is also a great segue into my next topic, or my next question. So, there were trade rumors. I can't find them right now, but I had them pulled up earlier. So this is a technical difficulty. So I will just word them.
While you're looking for that, I'll go to what I was going to say real quick is about Trae Young. As a Hawks fan, you notice, and I complain about it all the time to you guys, but when Trae Young becomes driving Trae Young, when he wants to drive at the rim instead of being a shooter, if I notice that as a fan, and I'm not a sports analyst or anything like that, well, I guess technically we are now, but the coaches on the other team notice that as well. The defenders on the other team notice that as well. They're going to plan by how he plays. If he comes out and starts driving more, they're going to be able to play him off at the 3. I've watched him go through a game where he shot 1 3-pointer through 3 quarters.
They just need to figure out how to coach him, and that leads me into a recent trade rumor I saw, and this was on Hoops Rumors, but I'm not seeing it right now, where the current prime candidates for a Trae Young trade are actually the Dallas Mavericks. Is that, in your eyes, would Luka and Trae end up being a good pairing, considering both of them are... Well, Trae is a horrible defender.
Yeah, Trae's horrible.
There's no sugarcoating that. And with Luka being a moderate defender?
I would just say average.
He's average, maybe a little below average, but that's still... he's not horrible. That's all I'm saying. So, Angelo, specifically you, what would be your opinions of Trae Young to the Mavericks with Luka still on the team?
It depends on the school of thought. So, the first thing I thought of was, okay, that's good for Trae because, Luka is going to be the guy with the ball in his hand. He's going to be the guy taking that final shot.
And Luka... And Trae's going to be the catch and shoot target.
What's that?
Trae Young will be a very elite catch and shoot.
I disagree with that. He's better off dribble.
That's another thing. How is that going to work? I think Trae would easily be Luka's best teammate. I think the question is, and by the way, Luka being there would take out all the double teams that people send at Trae, so he would be more free to do his choking in the playoffs like he normally does, but
normally does. Made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he normally does. Okay. Well, just a few more quick notes real quick, and then we'll get into the main topic of the episode, I guess.
The defense would be a problem.
Well, the defense, you would have to...
You'd have to trade for a big.
You would have to trade Miles Turner, and then you would also probably need
a wing defender.
You could probably get somebody like Jay Crowder though, just to be your wing defender. Just a spot up defender, 3 and D. I'm not saying Jay. I'm not saying him in particular. I'm just saying someone like him. I don't think this is reasonable, and I don't think this is going to happen. But what if they could swindle Atlanta to get both Trae and DeJounte?
They don't have the assets, but if they could,
that would solve a lot of
I think your better chance is to look at getting Trae and Clint Capella.
I don't know. I think the best, because Miles Turner is the perfect big for Trae. We established that a couple weeks ago. I think we were talking about it.
Yes.
And then for a wing defender, I mean, there's a lot in the league. It's not like that's a hard position to fill.
But you've got to fill a position that size wise. So that person has to be at least 6'6" and above.
So here's what I would do, and this is completely unrealistic. So this is why I'm not a GM.
I'd say DeJounte, so yeah, unrealistic, it don't matter. Go on. No, exactly. No, I acknowledge that. I'm just saying. Go on.
So I would say trading for Miles Turner. We know that Kyle Kuzma is opting out. Sign Kyle Kuzma. He's not a great defender, but if you've already got Trae and Luka, you might as well just be funneling. So just playing his own and trying to funnel them down into Miles, and then just play defense by scoring.
Yeah.
Outscore the other team, Mike D'Antoni style.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just start running 7 seconds or less. Let's go. Let's see it again. So outside of that, just a few little